Welcome to Office Hours with IB Season 2. Episode 5, The Quiet Discipline That Separates Founders Who Scale. Season 2 is about what happens after clarity, after traction, after experience. And today's conversation is about something that rarely gets applause but quietly determines who scales and who stalls. Discipline, not the loud kind. Not hustle culture discipline. Not grinding yourself into exhaustion. I'm talking about quiet discipline. The discipline no one sees. The discipline that doesn't trend. The discipline that doesn't need validation. Because here's the truth, most founders learn late. Talent opens doors. Ideas create opportunities. But discipline is what keeps you in the room. The discipline, no. One talks about most founders think discipline means doing more hours, more tasks, more pushing. But at a certain stage of leadership, discipline actually looks like saying no more often than yes, protecting your energy like capital, repeating boring fundamentals, choosing consistency over excitement. Quiet discipline is not dramatic. It's repetitive. It's unglamorous. And it's incredibly effective. A overused founder, example let us talk about Patagonia and founder Yvon Chouinard. He didn't scale Patagonia by chasing every opportunity. He scaled it by refusing to betray his principles, even when it cost money. He chose disciplined restraint over aggressive growth. He limited product lines. He prioritized long-term trust over short-term profit. And decades later, Patagonia didn't just scale, it endured. That's quiet discipline. Book, Insight Essentialism by Greg McKeown. Greg McKeown says, if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. For founders, this hits hard. Because the more successful you become, the more distractions show up disguised as opportunities. Quiet discipline is choosing. Fewer priorities, clear constraints, deep focus, not because you can't do more, but because doing less better is how scale actually happens. Where founders lose discipline, here's where discipline quietly erodes. Saying yes because you don't want to disappoint. Overcommitting because momentum feels good, avoiding hard conversations. Letting urgency replace importance, and slowly, your calendar fills. But your progress stalls. Discipline isn't about motivation. It's about standards, and standards are what hold you steady when excitement fades. Second mountain, discipline on the first mountain. Discipline is about survival. On the second mountain, discipline is about stewardship. You're no longer just managing tasks. You're managing your attention, your energy, your identity. As a leader, quiet discipline is choosing alignment even when no one is watching. Practical work for this week. I want you to do 3 things. Slowly. Honestly, audit your calendar, what's on it because it truly matters, and what's there because you never removed it. Identify one discipline, leak one habit, commitment, or pattern that looks productive but drains focus. Create one non-negotiable, one daily or weekly action that protects your clarity. Not your output, small changes, repeated consistently. That's how discipline compounds. A quiet truth to carry with you, you don't scale by intensity. You scale by integrity. By doing what you said you would do. By showing up even when no one is clapping. By choosing long-term clarity over short-term noise. That's the discipline that separates founders who build fast from founders who build something that lasts. If this episode resonated, sit with it. Let it slow you down. Let it refine you. I'll see you next week for another conversation that helps you build, not louder, but stronger. Until then, lead intentionally, choose discipline, and build with depth. Welcome to Season 2 of Office Hours with IB. Where every setback is a setup for your next success. Let's stop building to impress and start building what lasts. I'll see you next Monday. Subscribe now and join me next Monday, same time, same space, for another powerful session to fuel your week as a founder.